Once upon a time, there was a dog named Max. Max was a happy-go-lucky dog who loved nothing more than snuggling up with his owners in bed. One day, Max was snuggled up in bed with his owners when he suddenly got a burst of energy and decided to jump off the bed. However, things didn't quite go as planned. As Max jumped off the bed, he landed awkwardly on his back and let out a yelp of pain. His owners rushed over to see what had happened and noticed that Max was having trouble standing up. They knew they had to take him to the emergency room right away. At the emergency room, the vet examined Max and determined that he had injured his back. The vet prescribed some pain medication for Max and instructed his owners to give it to him as needed. Max's owners were relieved to have the pain medication, but they soon discovered that it had some interesting side effects. Whenever Max took the medication, he would become incredibly wobbly and would often fall over. It was like he was drunk. Despite the side effects, Max's owners knew they had to give him the pain medication to help him feel better. They just had to be extra careful when they were with him and make sure he didn't hurt himself even more. One day, Max's owners were sitting in the living room watching TV when they heard a loud crash. They rushed to the kitchen to see what had happened and found Max lying on the ground, surrounded by broken dishes. It turns out that Max had been trying to get a treat off the counter when he lost his balance and knocked over a bunch of dishes. His owners couldn't help but laugh at the sight of their clumsy dog. Max, on the other hand, was feeling pretty embarrassed. He didn't like being the center of attention, especially when he was doing something silly. Over the next few days, Max's owners tried to keep him as comfortable as possible while he recovered from his injury. They would often find him lying on his back with his legs up in the air, looking like a helpless little puppy. Despite the embarrassment and discomfort, Max knew that he was loved and cared for by his owners. And in the end, that was all that mattered.